Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. About to give you guys my post-fight reaction to Big Baby Miller versus Lenier Pero. But before we get into all of that, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? My fault last night, y'all. I was supposed to go live. I fell asleep with my son and they wake up till like what, 2 in the morning. So my apologies for that, man. My son got me caught up. But I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk, of course. Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. Shout out to my boy Justin Jackson in the building. What's up, man? Talk to me, man. How y'all feeling? How we feeling? My boy Chris Maldonado, what up? What's good? Marissa, what's going on? Marissa, Slime, what's going on? Y'all go ahead and make y'all way in, man. Y'all hit the like button. Lorenzo, what's going on, brother? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm giving you guys my post-fight reaction to this fight, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't start watching till the 8th round. You know what I mean? I was watching the Michael Jackson movie. My girl really wanted to watch that. So I was like, you know what? Let's go watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I checked it out. It was a cool little movie. You know what I mean? Definitely felt like it was rushed, to be honest. And I feel like for somebody who life has been covered as long as Michael Jackson's life has been, I don't think you could fit all the important things into a 2-hour movie, 3-hour movie, 4-hour movie. Like, to be honest with you, I really feel like Michael Jackson deserves that type of, story about him, but actually be like a docu-series. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have liked to have seen more, or at least like just like a series about him, like several episodes where you just going into like each and every detail, of his life and what came out publicly and stuff like that, the good, the bad. But one thing that movie taught about me, I ain't gonna say too much about it, but one thing that taught me is exactly what not to be as a father. I'm gonna just say that. Y'all go ahead and check that out if y'all haven't. Pretty solid. But shout out to the boy Jay. What up? He said check your DM for the Chavez KO. I think I already came across it on Twitter, but I'll take a look again. Ooh wee. That boy. And that was that Jesse Mag? Wait, that was Diego Magdaleno who got knocked out. Ooh wee. Wait. That's not Mag. No. I'm tripping. That's Madueno. Ain't that the one Keyshawn Davis fought? Madueno. Yeah, Miguel Madueno. Yeah, I recognize that name. Alan Chavez put him to sleep. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis fought him. Yeah, I remember. That was a tough, rugged fight for Keyshawn. God damn, Alan Chavez put that boy to bed. He 22. Argentina. All right, we got another strong ass motherfucking puncher from Argentina. Alan Chavez, he just put himself on the scene with that one. 25 years old, southpaw from Argentina. 22-0 with 19 knockouts. Let's take a look real quick, man. Alan Chavez just popped up on the people's radar. And it looked like he get right to the shits because from what I'm seeing, he got a lot of early knockouts. 3rd round, 1st round, 4th rounds, 2 second rounds, 2nd round, 5th round. He just be packing these niggas. All right, let's take a look at typical build up. 12-1, not bad. 6-0, 8-0, 3 undefeated fighters in a row, and he knocked out all of them. Okay. Let's see. A lot of guys with decent records and stuff like that, but this looked like all his fights have been at Argentina. And this was his first U.S. fight. Not bad, man. Then he got the WBO Latino lightweight title. Who got the WBO at lightweight right now? It's interesting. WBO at lightweight. I should know this. Who the fuck got the WBO at lightweight? Why is it not clicking in my head who got the WBO at lightweight right now? Abdullah. Duh. The fuck? Yeah. My fault. Shit. That shit did not click in my head for some reason. Shout out to that boy Abdullah though. About to get that hometown fight. Joe Cordina. That's a good fight. But anyways, man. You say you sold on Chavez. Yeah, problem for anyone, for real, for real. Hey man, one thing about Argentina, bro, they gonna come out with some motherfuckers who could crack, bro. They got hard punching motherfuckers in Argentina. I don't know what it is in the water over there. Those some tough, rugged motherfuckers, man. But anyways, um, listen, man. If anybody want to come up to the panel and talk about the Jarrell Miller fight, feel free to come through. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. Definitely want to talk about this because Jarrell Miller has been training with Bozy Anderson them. And I've been disappointed with his latest performances. I ain't gonna lie. Even like the ones that he's won and shit like that, I just felt like he wasn't being completely disciplined. Felt like he was cutting corners, to be honest with you. Wasn't really emphasizing his conditioning. You know, I think that's why he came up short against Daniel Dubois, to be honest with you. I think the reason why he ended up losing that fight, the only loss on his record, to my knowledge, is because he wasn't fully prepared. You know what I mean? Mind you, he did take the fight on late notice and stuff like that. They caught him slipping. It's all good. But, all in all, I do feel like he's been underprepared in his last few fights, which is why, he's been performing the way that he's been performing. And what I'm going to also say is when I seen that he came into the fight, because he looked visibly smaller, looked like he definitely cut like 10, 15 pounds. I'm like, okay, yeah, he looking fit. You know what I'm saying? He look good. Pause. Like he looked like he's in phenomenal shape. And then when I seen that he weighed 305 pounds, I was like, yeah, that boy Pero got some problems coming his way. Because I've been watching Jarrell Miller from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? When I watched Jarrell Miller, even when he got caught with the PEDs and shit like that, when he was like in the 290s, 300-pound range, man, his output was absolutely sensational. He wasn't the biggest puncher, but he will just continuously punch. And one thing about these heavyweights, they don't throw a lot of punches, so he has a significant advantage in that department. On top of that, this dude, Jarrell Miller, is 290, between 290 to 310 pounds. You know what I mean? So when guys who are that big, and he's not obese, he's not fat, he's not sloppy, he's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? So, his punch resistance is a lot better than the average heavyweight and stuff like that. So he's durable, he got volume, and he got decent pop on his punch. He's not a knockout artist, but you could tell that those punches that he lands, especially to the body, they wear away at their opponents. Pound for pound, what up, brother? What's going on? What's going on? Talk to me, man. So he has some really good qualities, man. If Jarrell Miller wasn't a fucking drug cheat, he would definitely have a fan in me, or at least not get caught in the past. What I'm gonna say is this. It seemed like Jarrell Miller learned from that situation. He's been staying clean. He's been staying on the on the straight line and stuff like that. So I can respect that. You know what I mean? You just can never forget those situations. But he's with Bozy Ennis. That's the OG. I respect him. So, just out of respect for Bozy and shit like that, Boots and them can't. I mean, I ain't gonna say too much about Jarrell Miller, but he does have an entertaining style. And once I seen that he was actually in some type of shape, I knew Pero was in trouble because Jarrell Miller's style overall is very difficult to deal with. If you don't spark this man, like if you don't knock him out, which I haven't really seen anybody do outside of Daniel Dubois, and that wasn't even like a crazy knockout or whatever. He just looked fatigued. He said, "Drag him like you do Alicia, bro." I can tell you. You ain't see them videos back when it initially happened. We definitely got at Jarrell Miller for that. I brought it up. Before everybody else in the chat did. Do I think Miller on them gas station pills still? I mean, he's done it before, so who knows, right? Who knows? I can't definitively say. I don't have any proof, but you know what they say: once a cheater, always a cheater. You know what I mean? So whatever. But to specifically lock in on the fight overall, like I said, I didn't start watching until the 8th round. Pero looked absolutely spent. I ain't gonna lie, Jarrell Miller looked fatigued as well. And I think that if he wasn't fatigued, I think he could have definitely stopped Pero. But they said that he was throwing 85 punches around, man. 85 punches around. For a fucking heavyweight, that is insane. I know welterweights, super welterweights. I know middleweights, super middleweights who ain't throwing that many punches in the round. You know what I mean? So that's very impressive. Very, very impressive. And that's hard for a heavyweight to keep up with. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, heavyweights aren't typically known for throwing a lot of punches because they are big, because they are powerful, because they are strong. They don't really have to throw that many punches. But Jarrell Miller, he has a totally different style with him. So looked like he just, bullied Pero, to be honest with you. Didn't really understand Pero's game plan at all. They said that he had the first 2 rounds in the bag. Then after that, Jarrell Miller just started turning up on him. I just feel like if you're fighting Jarrell Miller, you have to really lock in camp because you know that he's going to come in with one approach. Jarrell Miller's not this dude who makes a shit ton of adjustments and has multiple facets in his game. I think I said that right. He has multiple. He's not somebody who has multiple dimensions in his game. When Jarrell Miller's fighting, he's coming forward. You know that he's letting his hands go. He's looking to rough you up. You know what I mean? You know that he's coming to attempt to inflict damage. So why would you just sit there and give him that opportunity, man? I don't know. I don't really know exactly what was up with him. His conditioning looked absolutely horrible. And shame on you for not, doing what you need to do in order to, get yourself in the best shape possible to move for 10 to 12 rounds, however many rounds that fight was. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that, man. Like, you need to be prepared for these moments. People need to stop being arrogant, thinking that their power is going to bail them out in all types of situations. That's not always the case. And when you got if you got a 300-pound man in front of you who's known for having a granite chin, letting his hands go and being a come forward aggressive fighter, you need to prepare accordingly. And one thing that you need to have in your head is I'm not about to give this man a fight that's going to play to his strengths. You know what I'm saying? Pound for pound said, bro, did you see Alan Chavez at 135? He might be the new boogeyman, bro. Got bricks. No, people, I seen it on Twitter. My homie Justin Jackson sent me the video, through the DM. He just put himself on the mat with that knockout right there. That was a ugly ass knockout. He put that boy to sleep. Quick, fast, and the motherfucking hurry. Miguel Medueno. That's somebody who Keyshawn Davis went the distance with. So Alan Chavez stock definitely went up after that. That's definitely a knockout of the year candidate, to be honest with you. And there's been some great knockouts in 2026, but the way that Medueno went out, that was not good. You know what I'm saying? So Alan Chavez, I'm gonna keep my eye on him. They said that's Diego Chavez brother. Cool. I remember Diego Chavez back when I think Diego Chavez, he fought like Brandon Rios. He was a tough outing. He could actually fight. You know what I'm saying? I think he fought Tim Bradley. He fought a few people. Like, he was around the block. So I don't know if this is really his brother, but if it is, that's dope. That's good to know. Diego Chavez fought, let me see. He fought Shango. He fought Jamal James. He fought Gabriel Mastre. He fought Tim Bradley, Brandon Rios, and that was a DQ. He fought Keith Thurman. Damn. Yeah, he definitely, yeah. Diego Chavez has been around. But anyways, Alan Chavez definitely just put himself on the map. You said that's his nephew? Okay, cool. That's good to know. It's good to know. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me get my charger for my laptop. Marissa, please don't curse me out. Marissa always curse me out when I don't charge my devices. But let me take my phone off Do Not Disturb too. Let's get to it. King of Brooklyn, what up, man? What's up? Shout out to Eric Dallas for correcting me. He said that's his nephew. That's what's up. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what's next out of Alan Chavez. It looked like he's not necessarily hiding from competition. He's fighting some dude with some solid records. You know what I mean? A lot of his fights have been in Argentina. So it's good to see him, step out of his comfort zone, head over to America and get a beautiful knockout. That's good work. And considering he got the WBO Latino lightweight title off of this, well, actually, he's had it for a while, from what I understand. Okay. He's defended this title a few times already. So just based off of that, I'm sure he's going to continue to move up the WBO rankings at lightweight. You know what I mean? And I could put him in some intriguing matchups, man. That's going to put him in some intriguing matchups. He just signed a matchroom. That's a great deal. That's a great deal, man. If I'm Eddie Hearn, I'm definitely going to keep the ball rolling with this kid, Alan Chavez. He looks very exciting. You know, Southpaw 25. Oh, he's young. He's young. Got a high ass knockout ratio on BoxRec. He's ranked in the top 10 at lightweight in the world. He's number 1 at Argentina. And there's a lot of lightweights out in Argentina right now, so that's pretty impressive. I'm gonna keep my eye on him. I'm gonna keep my eye on him for sure. But looked explosive, obviously. Looked like he punched like a son of a bitch. It looked like he gets straight into the smoke because he has a lot of early knockouts. So I'll keep my eye on him. Number 2 in the WBO. Woo! That boy cooking with hot grease out this motherfucker, boy. $135 getting lit again. What I always notice is weight classes like 135 to 154 always seems to find its way back into like the best divisions in boxing. Like they might have a slump, they may have some lows, but then they always find a way to creep back up into the conversation in terms of the best divisions. You know what I'm saying? Like when Errol Spence and Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fought each other and they both left the division, it was down in the dumps a little bit. Like you had boots around and shit like that, but you know, a lot of people were criticizing. I've seen people criticizing Boots because he didn't have much competition at 47. But, you know, since Jerron Ennis has moved up, you know what I mean? Now you're getting guys like Devin Haney coming into the division, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, you know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez has made his way up there. Richardson Hitchens has made his way up there. So that 147 is making a resurgence. It's getting lit. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, divisions like lightweight, always gonna have credible, even back to the you know the previous eras. 135 always had tremendous talent. You know what I mean? 140 always had tremendous talent. 47, 54. You know, even 60. 60's been on a little. You know, they've been in a slump since Canelo and Triple G. You know what I mean? Left the weight class or whatever. But I feel like 160 are definitely within the next couple of years will be a hot division as well. He said they was all waiting for Boots to leave. I mean, hey man. Hey man. I don't think it's far fetched to believe that. For not all the guys, but some of the guys for sure. But anyways, man. I seen what they was talking about with Jarrell Miller. I seen the fight that Eddie Hearn's trying to push right now. And I seen that Jarrell Miller wants to stay active, which is a beautiful thing. He understands that he's getting up there in age, 36 years old. And you know, a lot of wear and tear. That man did kickboxing. He did boxing. So it's not like he started boxing late and still got all this room to grow. Nah. Been in the game for a while. He wants to stay active. He want to get them rounds in. So he says that he wants to fight on Boots undercard, you know, June 27th out at the Barclays. I think that makes all of the sense in the world, man. Because for one, he trains with Bozy and Boots stable. So it wouldn't be nothing to, you know, go back over to Philly, over here in Philly and you know, get right back into the camp with Bozy and stuff like that. That'll be ideal, man. And it's not like he has to cut much weight. You know what I mean? He just did a full camp. So he, you know, take a week or two off and then come right back in the gym. Absolutely. You could get something popping. Then on top of that, Jarrell Miller's from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And he's with Matchroom now, from what I understand. So it makes all of the sense in the world to put him on the card. I don't know. But, you know, the problem is I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn has a budget in terms of what he wants to spend on that card. And maybe Jarrell Miller, not maybe because Jarrell Miller, he not making, you know, he not making the biggest money, but I don't think he making chump change neither. He might not fit that budget that Eddie Hearn has to, you know, put together for that, you know, card. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe he does. Maybe he does, man. I haven't heard really the undercard, the announcement to the undercard yet, but adding Jarrell Miller on there will be lit. You know, I seen that they're trying to build up. I seen that Eddie Hearn said that he would like to see Jarrell Miller face Deontay Wilder. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be mad at that fight at all. I don't really care to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. I want to see Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury and ride off into the sunset. That's what I personally want to see. Um, Deontay Wilder hasn't really been looking impressive to me. I know he just beat Derek Chisora, but respectfully, that's Derek Chisora. And even then, Deontay Wilder didn't look good in my opinion in comparison to who we seen previously, right? So I do think Wilder's best days are behind him. Um, I don't even want to see Usyk fight Deontay Wilder. I don't really feel like that's really worth our time as boxer fans to even witness. I'd be very nervous watching him fight either one of those guys, whether it's AJ, whether it's Alexander Usyk. I don't really like his chances much in either one of those fights as of today. You know what I mean? A few years back, I would have picked Deontay Wilder all the way, especially with Anthony Joshua. But today's not 2017. You feel what I'm saying? When Deontay Wilder was sparking shit. So, yeah, man, I think Deontay Wilder versus Jarrell Miller would be a good fight. I would pick Jarrell Miller to win that fight if he's coming in top shape. I would like to see Jarrell Miller get into the 290s, man. I think if he gets into like the mid 290s, maybe low 290s, I think his conditioning will be a lot sharper. And I think the better his conditioning is, the more dangerous he will be. You know what I'm saying? Because if he gets down to the perfect weight where he's able to blast for 12 rounds, pause. If he's able to let his hands go for 12 rounds and then, not be fatigued or not struggling with his conditioning, I think that Jarrell Miller will be very difficult to beat in the heavyweight division. Like, I feel like that's a situation where you have to hurt him. You have to knock him out. You have to drop him. You have to get his attention, because if you don't, he's going to drown you, because I can't think of any heavyweights in boxing right now that could really go, blow for blow with him. In terms of conditioning, you got guys like Richard Torres and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Who let it throw a lot of punches and shit and stuff like that. But all in all, Richard Torres is a very small heavyweight, to be real. I don't know if he can actually do that with somebody like Jarrell Miller and be effective. But regardless, wouldn't mind seeing Deontay Wilder versus Jarrell Miller. They don't like each other. They've been beefing for years. It'll be a hell of a build-up. Be a lot of promotion behind that fight. It'll definitely get heated, and that's something that I like as a boxing fan. I like to see fighters not liking each other. I like seeing fighters in the lead up to the fight be on bad terms. I don't mind the respectful approach neither, but I like a little good banter. I like a little good back and forth shit talk, and hearing one fighter say he gonna do it to another fighter, and how confident they are in their abilities and stuff like that. That's why I genuinely enjoyed that Raymond Ford versus O'Shaquie Foster press conference. I really enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was gonna speak on that yesterday, but unfortunately I fell asleep. It is what it is. I was on my sleepy Joe Biden shit. My son just do that to me. I don't know. I'd be laid up with him, and man, I close my eyes for a few seconds and be gone for the rest of the night. It is what it is. But yeah, I genuinely enjoyed that press conference between O'Shaquie Foster and Raymond Ford. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They've been beefing for a long time now. Raymond Ford has been adamant about fighting O'Shaquie Foster. O'Shaquie Foster, he's not somebody that I look at and be like, oh, he be dodging smoke. Not at all. I think that O'Shaquie was looking for a bigger opportunity and attempting to face Shakur Stevenson. But Shakur Stevenson, let's keep it real. Shakur Stevenson is also looking for the bigger fish. So O'Shaquie's looking at Shakur as the big fish, and Shakur is looking at O'Shaquie as, somebody who's not big fish. So they're both doing the same thing. Like, O'Shaquie's looking up to Shakur. Shakur is looking up to those possible. He already got the Teofimo Lopez fight, but he's looking at the possible Devin Haney fights, the Conor Benn fights, the Ryan Garcia fights, things like that. That's the fights that he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? So, as a result of that, O'Shaquie wasn't able to get that opportunity. But Shakur Stevenson did get that man a proposition saying that if you fight Raymond Ford and you beat Raymond Ford, then I'll fight you. I mean, we've seen fighters doing that in the past. You know what I'm saying? I remember Floyd told Triple G, because Triple G was calling out Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, like, if you go and you beat Andre Ward, I'll fight you. Never did it. You know what I'm saying? I think we all know why, but that's neither here nor there. So O'Shaquie pretty much pulling his card, like, okay, if that's what it take to fight you, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fight, Raymond Ford. So shout out to O'Shaquie Foster for taking that opportunity, because contrary to what they were saying at the press conference in terms of Oshaki's back being against the wall, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Let's actually watch the press conference, and I'm gonna give you guys my reaction to the whole situation while we're here, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. You know what I'm saying? The viewership is coming back up. I appreciate it very much. But let's pull up that Ford versus Foster press conference because it definitely was getting heated. But I don't mind it, man. And what had me cracking the fuck up is that I know Raymond Ford is from Camden. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Camden literally right next to Philly is a 10-minute drive from my house. But so our slang is very similar. Actually, it's identical, to be honest with you. I think Camden and Philly have identical slang. Understandably so. We right next to each other. So just hearing them talk, it just sounds like some shit that I hear a motherfucker say at the gym or on the street or some shit like that. So shout out to Fight Hub, as always. I wanna get myself to the right point. Now, this is what bothered me during the press conference. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and I really don't give a fuck who know this nigga. It ain't no disrespect to Shakur or nobody on that team or even Raymond Ford. I got a lot of respect for Raymond Ford. But the dude that was with him, man, like you could tell, like he really, like you could tell he wide-eyed to this whole shit. Like this is all new to him. You feel what I'm saying? Like this, like you could tell that he been waiting for this moment for a long time. Like he wanted that spotlight so bad. And you could tell because, if when you really are, a trainer in this game and shit like that. And, I remember when I first came into the game and I was training fighters and stuff like that. And, I was like, I was hyping wide-eyed the shit too. Like I wanted to be a part of the trash talk so bad. I wanted to stir up drama on social media. Like I genuinely was very excited to be a part of the process. But as you mature in the game, mature in the business and all of that stuff, and you get enough experience under your belt, you realize you don't have to do all of that. You know what I mean? We've done this over and over and over again. This is nothing new to us. You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody talk shit to me, then of course I'll gladly, have that exchange with them. But I'm not jumping out of my skin to talk crazy to nobody. We both signed to fight each other. You know what I mean? May the best man win. You know what I'm saying? And may the best coach win. May the best coach come up with the best strategy and pull off the victory. So, you know what I'm saying? When I was watching this, bro, it just, you could tell a dude was just trying to be a part of the situation so bad. Like he wanted to be a part of a viral moment. I ain't gonna lie, that shit made me cringe a little bit. Like it was corny on his part. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna let the video play and I'll let y'all see it for yourselves.
Nah, most definitely. When he fought for his first world title, we waited 11 months for that opportunity. So going around for the second go round, we had to fight 3 more people, and we really could have got him in August when Anthony Kakasi pulled out, and we tried to make the fight happen because his fight had got pushed back, but he wasn't ready yet. But
that nigga needs some water. Nigga gargling spit while he talking. Get that nigga some Fiji ASAP. But I really want to know, like, because I never heard of this dude. You know what I mean? Like, they say he Shakur Stevenson cousin, cool, salute to him. But, like, I never seen this nigga as a trainer at all. Like, I never heard of this nigga being a boxing coach. I ain't heard of him in the amateurs. I ain't heard about him in the pros. I'm trying to figure out exactly, like, who dude is. Like, was he just did they just give him this job because he's Shakur cousin? Is this nigga like a, what they call him, a nepo, like a nepo baby? Like what is this nigga? Who is this nigga?
We just happy that now, come May 30th, we got the chance to take the belt from him. Ain't no better place to take it from than in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, obviously we're going into the backyard, we're going into the Lion's Den, but also kind of your backyard as well. It's just,
we gonna let them know it's a new chief in town once we take this belt on May 30th.
See that, like, he just wanted to be a part. He wanted a moment so bad. Mind you, Eddie asked him the one question. He transitioned to ask Raymond Ford the question, and then he interrupts his question to Raymond Ford to say something else. So he clearly wants to be a part of this moment very bad. Like, he couldn't wait to sit on that stage and say something. It was just corny as shit to me. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, you looking for something and niggas not even worried about you. You not even a factor in this whole equation. The motherfuckers who matter is the motherfuckers who's fighting on that stage. You know, as a coach, you ain't gotta say shit. Let your work speak for itself. And from what I heard, you're not even Raymond Ford real coach. So I'm kind of confused as to why he up there. From what I heard, this is what I heard. I heard the nigga was a strength and conditioning coach. And then he turned into a boxing trainer. That tell me everything I need to know right there. That tell me everything that I need to know right there, bro. If you come in as a strength and conditioning coach, I ain't saying it's impossible to, turn into a boxing coach. I've heard of that on several occasions. But it's like, nigga, this wasn't, the boxing trainer role, you know what I mean? They probably gave you that. Like, that's not something that you really wanted to do. You came into this shit as a motherfucking strength and conditioning coach. So obviously you came into this game not really knowing boxing and specializing in a department that could enhance boxers' performance. You know what I'm saying? But like, that just tell me everything I need to know right there. Like he what they call him, a neophyte. You a neophyte in this game. Like, you a rookie, cuz. You feel what I'm saying? And I can just tell by how the way he moving, like, he just so happy to be there. Just weird that he's interjecting himself into trash talk when nobody's asking him to.
It's my career. It's my shit.
Tell us about the challenge itself. I mean, O'Shaki, we saw, he broke not just our heart, but the whole of Mexico's heart with that thriller against Hernandez, coming off a great win against Stephen Fulton as well. Tricky fighter, outstanding fighter as well. But you believe your man has the goods to beat O'Shaki? Yeah,
I don't think O'Shaki a bad fighter. He a good fighter. He got good IQ. He got a good jab. He got a good right hand. But I just think Ray on a different level. We put the work in, and come May 30th, it's gonna show.
Well, Keith Mills, welcome. I know you've been, tight with O'Shaki for a long time. It's been a great journey as well. This is a great fight, got everybody talking. Again, I'm sure the confidence comes from your side that your man retains that belt in his hometown on May 30th.
I mean, absolutely. Shock is not somebody who comes out and talks a lot. His talking is in the ring. When you could fight, you really don't need to talk. You let your hands do the talking, and we're certainly looking forward to this fight. Ray is an excellent young challenger. I commend him for stepping up to this challenge, but this is going to be a stage that he's never seen before.
Well, Raymundo, welcome. You two were bickering backwards and forwards before we went on air. I said, let's just save it for now. But you've been acting.
Now, you seen that coach's response? That's how I expect a coach to respond when they've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, he understands it's not his lane to talk trash to the boxer. You know what I mean? But he's letting it be known that as a trainer, he's confident in his boxer's ability and what he feels like he's going to do on the night of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Raymond Ford didn't even respond to him. You know why? Because that's not the nigga he need to be talking to anyway. So I just find it weird that, Raymond Ford's coach, or whoever the fuck he is, I don't even know his name, is like going out of his way to try to antagonize the fighter as if he's the one that's in the fight. Shit is super corny. Now, if O'Shaki press you, then it is what it is. Or if the other coach presses you, then it is what it is. But it's unnecessary. It's extra. It's corny as shit.
But we know you wanted these kind of fights. Now we've got it. We've delivered it. You two come face to face in Phoenix earlier this year as well. No doubt in your mind, you make history. It's a hell of an achievement. Two-time world champion. May 30, you said this time is yours.
Most definitely. I appreciate y'all for, finally signing that contract. We've been waiting. The time is now. But
stop saying contract, bro.
What? You had to sign a contract, right?
Bro, you know how negotiations go, bro. Stop talking about contract.
Why? What you took you so long to fight me?
You ain't at that level yet, bro. So when you get a contract, you just sign.
What took you so long?
Stop saying that, though, bro.
What took you so long to fight me?
That was Shock's way of saying, like, nigga, you ain't nobody to be sending contracts yet. Like, you the B-side, nigga. When you get the contract, you sign it. If y'all beat what Oshaki said, that's basically what he said. What I was saying. It.
Want to fight me?
You ain't at that level yet,
that?
bro. So when you get a contract, you just signed.
What took you so long?
Stop saying that, though, bro.
What took you so long to fight me?
What you mean? How took long? What
you said? You said this been personal for 2 years,
because you keep bringing up August.
You said this been personal for 2 years.
Didn't he just bring up August?
Before I even gotten into
we could have been fighting tomorrow. We could have been fighting tomorrow.
What didn't he just bring up August?
What you mean?
Didn't I have a fight signed in August?
Then your fight get canceled.
Y'all called me 3 weeks. Man, hold on,
When did you have a fight?
Didn't y'all call me 3 weeks before the fight?
You can't fight the same day. We notice for tomorrow you wasn't ready.
Brother, y'all called me 3 weeks. Man, look, hold on.
Man,
hold on. Look, stop trying to push narratives.
Did we give you 8 weeks for tomorrow? Did we give you 8 weeks? We could afford tomorrow. You had an 8 week notice.
I'm responding to you. Look, y'all called me 3 weeks.
I don't know when they called you.
Y'all called me 3 weeks ahead of time. Brother, I
don't know when they called you. So why the fuck is you talking now? Like, why the fuck is you talking? If you truly don't know about the 3 week shit, like if you don't even know all the details that's going on behind the scenes, then there ain't really no room for you to talk. You's a boxing coach. You're not Raymond Ford manager. You're not the nigga promoter. You just know what the fuck Raymond tell you. So why is you speaking on business? Why is you speaking on the whole business sense? Why is you talking about, oh, we could have fought tomorrow. We could have fought tomorrow. You turned it down. Blah, blah. Like, he want to be like this shit right here is literally like main character syndrome at its finest. And that shit is cooking me because Raymond Ford and Oshaki trying to go back and forth, but this nigga keep interjecting himself. Like, shut the fuck up. Let the fighters talk. Ain't nobody came to this press conference to hear you speak, nigga.
Champion. I'm gonna go to Saudi for 3 weeks. Bro, come on, man. Stop playing. Y'all called Nova in 2 weeks. I gave him an 8 week camp. Stop comparing the fights. There's no comparison.
We called you for 8 weeks for tomorrow.
Y'all didn't give him nothing. Y'all gave him 2 weeks. He still came in.
He was gonna put you on the shelf if you didn't take this fight.
Doesn't matter.
He just fought a couple.
Doesn't matter. I gave him 8 weeks. Y'all
He was gonna put you on the shelf if you ain't take this fight. You ain't want this fight.
So y'all want a champion.
You ain't want this fight.
A so-called contract in 3 weeks.
What about the 8 week notice?
What do y'all keep
talking about? The 8 week notice. We could have been fighting tomorrow.
We here now.
We could have been fighting tomorrow. Yeah, we had to put your back against the wall for you to say yes.
How's my back
against the wall? Ring had to put you on the shelf for you to take this fight.
Are you my mentor?
Who gotta be?
Are you my mentor?
Who gotta be a man?
Answer that question. Are you my mentor? Man,
you knew you answer that question. Gonna get on your fight,
take this fight.
Are you my mentor?
Who gotta be?
Are you my mentor?
Who gotta be a man?
The nigga say, I don't gotta be your mandatory. Like, nigga, you a coach. You can never be his mandatory. You dumbass nigga. Like, what is this nigga talking about? Do y'all hear this nigga? I don't gotta be a mandatory. Nigga, you could never be because you don't step in the ring, dickhead. Fuck is you talking about? That's what let me know that he just want to be a part of this so bad. He trying to put himself in the fucking position as like the fighter. Nigga, you are the coach. Shut the fuck up and let these niggas talk. Raymond could talk for himself. He's a pretty good trash talker. Let that nigga defend himself. You look super corny playing sidekick for a nigga during a fucking press conference. Like, the fuck? I'm over here trying to hear these two talk, and he keep talking. And too many people talking at once. That shit is frying me, bro.
Answer that question.
Are you my mentor? Fight Magnisi?
Man, you knew you was going to
get on your ass if you would have fought him over me.
So the only way I'd be pushed into a back against the wall is he was my mandatory. He's not my mandatory. So therefore, I went to him.
You wasn't going to make no money fighting Magnisi either, though.
Who?
You wasn't going to make no paper fighting Magnisi.
Magnisi wasn't on my.
Bro, you said the mandatory. He was number one.
I don't have a mandatory is what I'm trying to tell your goof ass. You keep talking about I'm back.
So who was you going to fight? Who was you going to fight? Who was you going to fight? Who was you going to fight?
Anybody I wanted, bro. Like you. I'm fighting you.
About time,
though. You keep talking about
time.
You, bro.
About
like
time
that.
Start dropping your
about August and all that.
It's been 2 years.
Hey, May 30th, I'm gonna punish you, bro. You doing all this talking.
Your
man's on this man, y'all gonna be hurt. I swear to God, y'all gonna be hurt, bro. I told this to the last person.
I'm not him, nigga. I'm not him. Fuck is you talking about?
You gonna get the
same. Talking about the last person. I'm not him.
You ain't done shit in the sport talking like you. Woo, man. I'm gonna show you, bro. There's levels. You ain't ever been up here. I'm gonna show you
nothing
on me.
Not gonna show nothing.
Just make sure you pay your coaches after the fight. That's all.
You tripping?
What is you talking about, bro?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Make sure you pay them.
Hey, man, look.
Pocket watching. Why the fuck is you so worried about what this nigga got going on behind the scenes? This nigga like a chatty patty. Mind your fucking business. What you know about this nigga financial situation with his coaches? Obviously, he doing all right if his coach on stage with him, you fucking fool. What is you talking about? Like, that's weird, bro. Like that, like you talking about shit that don't got nothing to do with the fucking fight. Like you just talking about anything, just trying to make shit personal. Like this guy's a fucking weirdo. Why did you bring this nigga on stage? Just make sure you pay your coaches. Nigga, shut up. Who the fuck is you to even speak on that? The fuck? You over here, you doing all this talking like you getting paid, like you getting a percentage of this nigga Ray Tech to talk. Shut up, nigga. You feel away because he came at your cousin Core, that he want to fight your cousin Core, so you all emotional in your bag. This niggas be weird, cuz I swear to God.
You mind your business.
Don't go run from your coaches.
What are you talking about?
Don't be running from your coaches.
Exactly. So that nigga mind your business. Like you talking about shit that don't got nothing to do with you, nigga. How the fuck you making it seem like nigga got a coach issue? That nigga coach sitting right up there. Dumbass. If niggas really had money, if he really had a beef with his coach about bread, you think his coach would be on stage with him? No, that type shit don't even make no fucking sense.
Hey man, look.
May 30th, if the Jersey ass is getting put down in Houston, don't miss.
Y'all better be careful. This might be your last shot, homie. you better get right.
I already said you about to join TCF. I already said you about to, they need help anyway. They getting spanked right now.
Hey, they say a real champion don't become a champion till you defend your belt. You talking
That's
like
cool.
you done some shit in the sport. You didn't even defend your title, bro. You lost it right off the rip.
Everybody knew I was drained.
You came up to 130. Man, you came up to 130 talking all this big stuff, then go
and
fight.
I've been trying to fight you since.
You fought two guys. Bro, you fought two guys that wasn't even in the top 20. And then you talking about you want to fight me. Bro, you going to go to the smoke. If I'm going to 35, I'm not fighting no
whoever they brought to my table. I fought whoever they brought to my table.
Stop.
Whoever they brought to my table.
You can push that narrative to everybody. Man,
I fought whoever they brought to my table.
That. You want to smile every time you see me. You friendly. Man,
you said what?
Bro. You ain't like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to punish. I promise. May 3rd, I'm going to punish you. I'm going to have you.
You're going to have to show me.
Daddy, everybody over there.
You keep saying. Can you stop?
We going to look like your daddy at the May 3rd.
Time out.
You know who I was talking about in Arizona.
Me and you fighting, right? Me and you fighting, right? Why you keep bringing up another nigga though? Huh? Why you keep bringing him up? This not about him. This not about him. Why you keep bringing him up?
It's about both of y'all. You know what I mean?
How?
If I spank the son,
you don't want to take
you start going at it
talking about Shakur Stevenson.
We not bringing him up. We not bringing him up. This not his press conference. It's not his press conference. It's not about him. You keep talking about that. You never heard Shakur, little bro, me, son, me, none of that. So I don't know why you
about throwing your.
Yo, chat. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, because Ray said that Shakur, don't be little bro in him, don't be son in him, none of that, right? Now, I don't know how y'all niggas grew up, right? But me personally, I don't give a fuck who you is, how cool he is. I don't let nobody call me little bro. You know what I mean? I don't call nobody big bro, because as far as I'm concerned, you know what I'm saying? We all like on the same level. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't look up to nobody. I don't expect nobody to look up to me. I don't call nobody little bro. You feel? That's just me. That's just how the way I move, right? Because with that little bro shit is like, you pretty much like being submissive to that man. You feel what I'm saying? Or like you looking up to that man, bro. The only man I look up to is my father, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only one. That's the only man I gotta look up to. Besides that, nah, we ain't doing none of that extra shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you said that Shakur don't be doing that. No, so check this out, right? O'Shaquie was trying to fight Shakur, right? But just think about this shit. He was trying to fight Shakur, you know, even when he had that WBC 135 interim title. You know what I mean? To put himself in position to fight Shakur. He gave up the belt after he peaked that Shakur wasn't trying to rumble him, and he went back down to 130. Cool. When Shakur and O'Shaquie was having a back and forth, right? This nigga Shakur told O'Shaquie, oh, fight. I mean, you talking about fighting me, dog. Fight Ray. Like, what? To me, that's like you young boy and your homie, like, nah, nigga, you like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't even worth, you not even worth my time. Like, you know what I mean? Just fight my homie instead. Like, you not even worth my time. So in his eyes, so when Shakur say some shit like that, that's like he looking at he treating Ray like his little brother, like his little crash dummy. You know what I mean? Or I'll get my young, like, you ever heard somebody say, oh, I'll get my young boy to fuck you up? Basically what Shakur Stevenson did. Slime said Ray been calling him out first, though, bro. That's why. It don't matter. It don't matter who called out who first. What I'm talking about is Shaq wanted to fight Shakur, right? And, you know, there's been plenty of motherfuckers who done call people out first. And well, I tell you what, Keyshawn Davis called out Teofimo Lopez first. And what happened? Shakur ended up fighting him, right? All right, then. But anyways, yeah, like if you be like, yo, I get one of my little homies to fuck you up type shit. That just means that, you know what I mean? You have this type of you have like the superiority complex over one of your friends or whatever. You feel like, you know what I mean? They your little homies. You send your little homies out on the dummy missions. Like, that's how that shit be going. So when I hear Shakur say some shit like that, though, Shocky, like, man, you talking about fighting me, dog? Fight Ray. You know what I mean? Fight Ray. And if you beat Ray, then you can fight me. It's like you throwing niggas out there to go on dummy missions. And if them niggas get burnt up, then you might step up to the plate. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's you being, even if he don't peep, Shakur is treating him like the little homie. You feel what I'm saying? Ray said, Jay said, yeah, him saying that court basically showing that have the perception of Ray being under him. Exactly. Because I ain't never heard Corey say, man, yo, go fight Bud. And if you beat Bud, then we can fight. You don't ever hear him say that because Bud ain't somebody that he look at as a fucking crash dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he take on the little brother role when it come to Bud. It ain't the other way around. You know what I mean? So somebody like Corey can't send Bud out, you know, to be, you know, to be the one that gets sent on dummy missions. Nah, like, Bud the OG. Niggas ain't doing none of that shit. You feel me? He will only do that for somebody if he felt like that person was below him. It's simple and plain. Let me fix this shit real quick because I don't like how the way this look. I'm gonna keep it real. Let me see. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. All right, that's the one I fuck with. All right, cool. My boy Ralph said he did both of them like that. He sent Ray on shock. Then he was saying at one point Dev could fight Keyshawn. Yeah. That's what he do. Yeah, see, that's another great point, Ralph. Dev was over here talking, oh man, you know, Keyshawn gonna get him. Get Keyshawn. It's like, niggas, bro. I don't be understanding this shit, bro. Seriously. But let's proceed. Oh shit, hold up. Let's put this down.
No, if he don't give you an opportunity,
I've been calling you out before.
I've
been calling you out before you start bringing his name up. How?
If he don't give you an opportunity, I ain't giving you him an opportunity. Come on, you little boy.
That's not little bro. He know that this is the fight that I've been.
I agree with Shock. I'm sorry, like, and I fuck with Ray. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be really happy if Ray win this fight, but that is true. Like, Shock, yeah. Oh yeah, you fight this nigga, then I'll fight you, nigga. Come on, bro. That little nigga, even if you feel like Shakur really your man, he did treat you like a little homie in that situation. It's a fact.
And he like, why would I jump in the middle of him trying to fight him and beat you the fuck up? Because that's what's gonna happen.
Explaining this son, you all right, man? I'm gonna beat you.
You gotta stop dick riding, bro. Yeah, you gotta stop dick eating, bro. No bullshit.
That sound like Philly like a motherfucker. You need to stop dicking. No bullshit. Yeah, that's definitely yeah. That's definitely Philly for you. That is fucking hilarious.
That the plan.
Keep his name out your mouth.
You've made it quite clear. That's the fight that you want. I mean, you have. One thing I will say is, you are right. Ray wasn't your mandatory challenger. He said that, you know, you needed this fight because it was a big opportunity. You're saying, I chose you. effectively. But you do say, you talk about the fight with Shakur Stevenson. That's a fight that you want. Is this kind of like a strategy for you because you know how close that camp is to beat Ray Ford and then stand in that ring on May 30th? Well, Shakur will be there and call him out. Is this long-term thinking from O'Shaquie Foster?
Oh, for sure. And his boy stuck his own foot in his mouth. When earlier this year, what he said, give my boy Ray an opportunity, and I'll give you an opportunity. If you don't give him an opportunity, I ain't gonna give you no opportunity. So when that time came around, now I don't want to hear no pump faking after the fight. After I handle him, I don't want to hear nothing.
He know you're not gonna
go straight to him.
He
I don't need no tune-ups going to 35 or 40, wherever you want to do it. After I smash you, I'm gonna show you how to go up and fight.
You gotta put a pause on
champion. Not go up and fight Joe Blows. I'm gonna show you how to do it for real.
Bro, I fought everybody who they listen. I've been trying to fight the top niggas, the Rockies, whoever the fuck you want me to fight. I've been trying to fight all these niggas. What's his Mexesa, whatever his name is. I've been trying to fight all these dudes. These are people that's taking a fight. It ain't my fault.
Ray makes a good point, bro. And I say this about every fighter because nowadays fighters get criticized for not fighting anybody, even though it's public record that they've done everything they could to try to solidify these big, meaningful fights. You know what I'm saying? I seen Raymond Ford, trying to get the Casase fight. I seen him talking about fighting just about every prominent figure at 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Even with O'Shaquie Foster, he finally got the opportunity, but he was vocal about fighting O'Shaquie for a long time as well. So, I'm not going to shit, and I don't shit on fighters who are attempting to get these big fights and then just aren't getting the opportunities. You know what I mean? Like with Jaron Ennis, when he was trying to make all those big fights happen at 147, and you know what I mean, for whatever reason, these guys wasn't trying to sign the contract or accept the offer. You know what I mean? I seen people criticizing Boots. Oh, but who has he fought? He hasn't fought anybody. Oh, he wasn't. Bro, you see that he's actively trying to get these guys to come to the table and agree to some type of deal. They weren't willing to do so. What the fuck is he supposed to do? But I mean, I agree with Raymond Ford right there. I could understand where he's coming from with that situation.
Boxing briefly. This challenge, there's no love lost between you two, but how do you rate him as a fighter? I know you have respect for the guys, but you just think you're on a different level?
And they just told me he just gave me he rated me like a 4 out of 10 or some shit. So he ass. Fuck that nigga. He ass. He don't get no credit. Nigga shitty.
Is this true that was the rating? 4 out of 10 for Ray Ford?
Hey, look, man.
He ain't for real. He know I'm nice, but he just gotta say that.
I labeled him a 5 because I feel like he a decent fighter. I feel like he a good fighter, but I'm gonna show him what a great fighter look like when they get in there with me. They gonna ask me to rate a guy. I'm gonna rate a guy that's. I'm gonna put him 5 because he hasn't done nothing. He won the title, then he lost it, and he hasn't
won the title and lost it.
Man, look, I defended mine though.
And you look like shit every time.
Look, man,
you just look good.
3 times.
You look good 1 time.
3 times, man. Look, listen, bro. I'm a 3-time champion. 2 times, whatever y'all want to say. 3 times, 2 times. Don't worry about it.
Interim.
Either way. Hey, I'm handling my business. So. I'm rating you a 5 because you ain't done nothing in the sport. You're a good fighter, but I'm a great fighter.
Is he the best fighter you fought?
He gonna say no. Go ahead and say something.
Ray Vargas.
He better than me?
He was 2 division champion before I fought him, going for his 3rd division. Same thing with Stephen Fulton. How can I say a guy that hasn't accomplished the things that the guys that I fought? Come on, man. Like, I don't know. Skill-wise, I wouldn't know until I get in there.
I don't see anything wrong with what O'Shaquie said. He just cited multiple division champions that he beat. How could you say that? How can I say that he's the best, that Ray's the best guy that I fought? Raymond Ford was a world champion, yeah, but like he said, which is regardless of how the way we feel about that Nick Ball fight, a lot of people thought Raymond Ford won, but the reality is he lost, right? So he wasn't able to get a title defense under his belt. And now he's at 130 pounds looking to win a world title there, right? So when you're looking at guys like he said, Ray Vargas, Stephen Fulton, these guys have won world titles in multiple divisions. things that Raymond Ford has yet to accomplish in the sport. So how can I go and say that Raymond Ford is the best opponent that I've faced, or or at least I'm going to face when I've fought guys who are more decorated than him? It's valid. It's valid. I don't see nothing wrong with what O'Shaquie said. Now, when Raymond Ford, like, all right, skill wise, he's like, I wouldn't know until I get in there with you. That's a fact, because you could look skillful in this fight, and then when you fight me, I can make you look like you're skillless. So I don't really see what's wrong with what O'Shaquie said. So far, he seems to be speaking very logically.
Forden is one of the top skill fives, IQ, everything. It's when I got in, I made him look dumb. I feel like I'm going to do the same thing to you, so I don't know. You know what I mean? We're going to see.
You want to bet on that?
That's how I feel.
You want to bet on that?
Bro, look.
Can we bet?
Here we go. Son about these motherfuckers, man. They want to bet. Sound like boots. You want to bet your purse? You want to bet your purse? Bet your purse on it. You want to bet? You want to bet your purse? This shit is hilarious, bro. These young motherfuckers, they love gambling. These parlays don't fuck the game up. I ain't gonna lie to you. FanDuel got these niggas. All they want to do is gamble now. This online gambling shit really ruined niggas, bro.
Can we please place a bet?
You talking?
Can we bet on it?
Come on, man. I don't.
You don't bet?
Nah, cause
if you don't bet, I respect it.
I don't play them games.
If you don't bet, I respect it.
I don't play them games. I don't play that bet and woo.
All right, so just say that then.
I bet with real stuff, but I don't play that. I'm a bet you woo, because after the fight, I'm really be looking for my bread and I beat you up. So I ain't into all that.
Who you ever
worry about May 30th, bro?
Who you ever beat up?
All that bad stuff.
Who you ever beat up?
Look, man.
Who you ever beat up?
Huh?
Who you ever beat up?
Anybody they put in front of me.
You beat up Nova?
Anybody they put in front of me.
You beat up Conceição?
I like how you always bring up Nova, bro. I want you to understand something, bro. Nova went. I had him pissing blood and all kind of stuff
after our fight. What the fuck that got to do with me?
You and Nova, bro.
He
running you down with his hand about. Man, come on, man. That man had to throw elbows so I wouldn't knock him out. Hey. You was running from him by the end of that fight, man. Stop comparing us.
I boxed smart. I just went away. I was trying to knock him out, but he wasn't going, so I just cruised the victory. Running? That's what you call running, though?
Y'all hear this?
I seen you run from Rocky.
Y'all hear this, though?
I seen you run from Rocky.
It's pressure with me from the first round to the 12th.
Run from Rocky.
Don't do that. I'm telling you, I'm going to put... I'm a
you know you're not going to pressure.
You ain't ready, bro.
You know you're not like that.
I see how you talking.
You know that's not even your body. You not ready. You're not going to get in there and act crazy.
Not ready.
You're not going to get in there and act crazy.
Everything you think you're going to be ready for.
You're not going to get in there and act crazy.
I'm going to take everything from you, bro. I promise.
One thing I noticed when we were in Phoenix...
Go in there and act crazy if you want.
You two came together and, it was all that. And you kept saying to him, stop, you're not that guy. You're not like this. What do you mean when you say that? Because you keep saying it every time he gets in your face. You think this is for camera, for the cameras for Ray, or, this calling out? Because he seems pretty genuine over here.
I mean, I feel like all that tough shit is fake. Like all that tough stuff he trying to do, act like he just rumble in the jungle. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna do all this hurt. I'm gonna knock him out. Come on, bro. You ain't even knock the guys out that you came up and fought that ain't even on my level. You come talking to me like, stop playing.
I heard every last one of them though.
You put on the who?
I don't
know who you talking about when you say these things.
You said when I moved up.
I don't know who you talking about.
Every last one of them got hurt.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I seen Nova running you down with his hands below his waist, so I didn't see him hurt.
You seen Rocky do that to you. Like, Nova didn't have his fucking
Rocky got knocked out. How you gonna speak on somebody that got knocked out, bro? Yeah, you bring up somebody that knocked out, G. Like you tripping.
He got tired.
That stumbled him. I ain't gonna lie. That shut Ray up a little bit. Look, he about to make an excuse for Rocky. Look.
All right, he got tired.
Everybody
that's the real reason why
get hurt. Now you can.
Yo, Ray, you can't be making excuses for why another nigga got knocked out, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, that's how you know the beef real. That's how you know they don't like each other. That's how you know Ray don't like a shock. He over here making excuses for why another nigga got knocked out. Not for himself, but why another nigga got knocked out. Man, get that boy Shock his credit, man. He upset though because Shock gave him a bad rating. So he doing everything he can to try to downplay what he did. That's funny, man. Ralph said he had to say that shit somehow. Yeah, he definitely tried, but that shit, I ain't gonna lie, that was a bad look from Ray. But Ray, yeah, he don't fuck with Shock at all. You could tell.
Say, ask that. Everybody. Look at any fight that I fought out, Buff.
Cool Boy ain't get hurt.
Any one of them.
Cool Boy ain't get hurt.
Every one of them. Cool Boy too.
Cool Boy ain't get hurt.
Ask him. Go look in the 11th round. Rock him a few times. Man, stop, man. I'm gonna show you May 30th. I can't wait to show you. That's why I came up here smiling. You like, why you smiling so? I got them. I got you. I finally got my
trying to smile because you don't. Yeah.
I'm happy, G. I got a home. Hey.
What, Ray? What you say? Cause you ain't.
That's why I came up here smiling. You like, why you smiling so? I got them. I got you. I finally got my
trying to smile because you don't. Yeah.
I'm happy, G. I got a home. Hey. Once I turn up U of H, the sky's the limit. We can go Toyota.
What did Ray say? The reason why you in. All right, gang. No, Ray, you can't be going out like this during press conferences, bro. You gotta speak, man. Speak your mind, bro. You should have thought some of these points out. Because verbally, this nigga Shock countering the shit out Ray right now.
I finally got trying to smile because you don't. Yeah.
I'm happy, G. I got a home. Hey, once I turn up U of H, the sky's the limit. We can go Toyota Center, whatever. I got to do it to you first, though. That's why I'm excited. Like, what you mean? I run to smoke. I've been saying that.
That's what you got to tell yourself. Whatever make you feel better, bro.
Hey, let's talk about before we break. I could listen to you two all day, but let's talk about Houston. Because both of you guys have taken fights on the road. Both of you guys, you've been to Mexico. You went and won your world title up in New York. You boxed in Saudi against Nick Ball. Like, both of you didn't really mind, where you go in your careers. Now it's a really interesting dynamic. You're in Houston. It's your first big fight in your home city, really. He's saying it's his crib. He trains there with all his boys.
Yeah.
How do you feel about fighting in Houston and defending your title? It's going to be a brilliant atmosphere.
I feel great. I love the fact that he's training out there and his whole squad is training out there. So, just like the last camp, I went against the whole Philly, Bozy and his team. I feel like I'm doing the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm going against Shakur and his camp. So across the ring, I want to see all of them. I want to see him. I want to see everybody that's over there helping you.
You fighting me. You not. It ain't Shakur matter. In his camp. You fighting.
That's the motivation I get. So once I see all of them, all y'all gonna be crying together. That's my point.
Yo, Ray, man, this shit that Shock keeps saying Shakur name. One thing I'm gonna say about Ray though is that he don't really take too kindly to the little brother role. He kind of like me in that way. Like he ain't letting nobody young bully him and shit. You know what I mean? I wish Keyshawn thought like that. You know what I mean? Keyshawn be taking that little brother role gladly. Shakur, my big brother. Shakur, my big brother. You know what I mean? Ray like, nigga, stop talking about this nigga, bro. Like, you fighting me. Fuck out of here. Like, the fact that Shock keeps saying Shakur's name, that shit is pissing him off royally. You could tell. I'd have just kept saying Shakur's name the whole press conference. Pause. I'd have just kept mentioning Shakur's name. That shit would have pissed Ray off the whole time. I'm like, man, you ass, bro. Where's Shakur at? Oh, my God. You can tell Ray was really getting pissed, though. Look at the way he looking at Shock.
Like, you know what I mean? All y'all gonna be hurt together.
Only person who cry after losing is you. We seen that.
A couple times. That's why you went from 135 to 130. It was
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Drink some water and get that motherfucking syrup out your throat, nigga. Fuck out of here. Who asked to hear this nigga talk? He corny as shit. Whoever this nigga is, bro, he's super corny. Hey, bro, we was just chilling hearing the fighters talk. We enjoying this shit. Here you go, butting in. Just want to be a part of something so bad. God damn.
too tough up there.
Huh?
You dropped the division one after you lost from 35. You went down to 30, correct?
I lost at 130. Bro.
The first loss.
Your first loss was at 35.
When I fought Sam Tate, catch weight. When I fought Rolando, catch weight. None of them was no weight classes and all that. I was a coming up fighter. Wasn't even fighting in the weight class. But man, cut it out, man. Y'all bring it up. Hey, bro, who cares about that? Who I am now? Y'all bring it up.
You ain't gonna have it June 1st. I promise you that.
Hey, y'all keep bringing up losses that was, man, come on, man.
That's what y'all bring up.
About
You
this.
All
bringing
y'all
up the
talk
past.
about. All y'all talk about
You
is
just
the
lost
Nick
2
Buck.
years ago. When was my losses?
You lost after me.
Man, stop.
You lost.
You
after
just
I
lost.
Hey, cause hey,
And then had a close fight with the same dude you lost to that could have been a draw
I thought-
again.
Stop bringing up
listen,
2015 and
listen.
20. Come on, man. Stop playing, bro. What are y'all talking?
Listen. I don't care.
bringing
I
up
don't give
May
a
whole
30
different
losses.
person, a whole different.
I don't give a fuck
exactly,
about
so
your
stop
losses.
bringing it
I
up
don't even
then.
give a fuck about what I'm about to do to you on May 30th.
We'll talk about that. Why y'all?
That's
keep
what I'm talking about. That's
2015
what
and-
I've been trying to talk
Like,
about. We
I'm a
could.
whole different fighter, a whole different person than him. Why y'all bringing that up? Like that?
I ain't listen. Listen.
Like
Just
I can't tell.
Listen. Just be ready, gang. That's all.
you a little boy, you better get a better trainer.
You a little
Hey,
boy.
both of y'all little
little
boy.
boy. I'm a
Why you
grown
get a
man.
man in your corner because he
grown
gonna send
man.
you to that gulag. He don't know what he
grown
doing over
man.
there. Hey, I promise you, he don't know what he doing
I'm a
over there.
grown
Hey,
man.
I promise
I
you.
won the world title.
You
with
over
him.
there smiling.
Oh,
Ooh,
grown
I won a world
man.
title. I'm gonna show you. Hey,
I won a world title with him.
The youngest to do it too.
better
I'm
get
the youngest
hey,
coach
you
to
better
do
get
it.
I won a world title
I'm
with
gonna
him.
make you get somebody else in your corner.
The youngest coach
I'm
to
gonna
do
make you
it.
change teams because
I
he
won a
ain't
world
supposed to be
title
with
with
him,
him.
bro.
You gonna
need
lose to a
somebody
young
better than
trainer
that.
too. I
You feel me?
promise you.
Now, throw away the whole squad.
So what you gonna say about your squad
Just
when
throw
you
the
get
whole
cooked?
squad away, man.
What you gonna say about your squad when you get cooked?
Hey, my squad. Hey, we don't worry about it.
I already heard them.
Somebody
I
with the
already-
goofy man
Squad
over there.
still
He
looking
goofy.
for him.
I already heard y'all on. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I can't find them right now.
That's neither here nor there.
Right.
Squad worried about money from 2 fights ago.
The final words from the two fighters. Firstly, Ray, what happens May 30th? What do you do to O'Shaquie Foster when you become WBC
whatever I
world
want,
champion?
whatever I want, and he can't fuck with me. That's just what it is. Being him.
He don't even believe that. Y'all see his
I'm
face?
fucking-
He don't even believe.
Why don't I? You think I'm gonna be calling you out for 2 years
your
and not
face
believe?
can't hide the truth, bro. You
The truth.
you ain't got no confidence in yourself, bro. Chill.
That's what you got from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ain't sound too confident.
And the confidence with you, O'Shaquie Foster, no doubt in your mind, in your home city, you defend that WBC world
You trying to
title.
look serious?
Y'all know what time it is. And
Did this nigga Shock fix his teeth? Or I'm tripping? Didn't this nigga Shock have fucked up teeth before? Did he fix them? Or I'm bugging? I swore he had fucked up teeth before. He definitely did fix his teeth. He definitely did. That's crazy. My boy Shock got dentures. Yeah, he definitely fixed. I knew something was off about him. I knew something looked different. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, yo, did this nigga like his teeth straight?
anytime I talk like this, anytime any one of these guys piss me off, y'all know what I do to them. It's nothing new. Y'all know I don't come to play. Whatever
Yes,
they
you
talking
do.
about, y'all know I don't come to play. Whatever. We gonna see May 30th. I promise you, I'm gonna punish you.
You got 3 losses. You talking about you don't come to play?
You gonna need a new job. Because this your only fighter, so
got
you gonna
volunteer
have to.
coach.
I'm gonna get.
I got a job.
You know what I mean? You gonna have to put
volunteer
in some
coach. I got a
resumes and
job.
stuff. You feel me?
Well, I cannot wait for this fight. As I said, for me, one of the best fights of the year, one of the most intriguing fights. The build-up's going to be unbelievable. Get your tickets for Houston now, May 30th. It's going to be a big, big fight in the city and a great fight.
Yeah. So that's all there was to it with that press conference. You know what I'm saying? It was a good little John overall. Slime said he fixed him after he beat your bum ass homeboy. Right, you ain't got no room to be talking about anybody being a bum. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want niggas to forget what happened to your boy Jermaine Ortiz. Like, Schoolboy ain't go out like that. He ain't go out like that. Shit. From Worcester, Massachusetts. And it's over. That was a super bad John. Osway said, I'm dead ass contemplating if I should go to this fight as well. That shit in Houston, bro. You ain't you from the Bronx or something like that? You gonna fly out there? Damn. That shit definitely gonna be heated though, because you already know Shakur gonna be in the building. All that. That shit gonna be. Bro, and if Shock beats Ford, if Shock beats Ray, bro, while Shakur and them in the building, that shit gonna get wild, bro. That shit gonna get wild. Man, I'm really, really looking forward to this fight. And it ain't that far away neither. We only about like a month away from the fight. For real. They said what they said, May 30th. Yeah, that shit gonna be on us. Man, this shit gonna be popping, bro. I can't wait, bro. We got so many good fights this year. 2026 starting off real well with the Rumbles, man. He said, I don't mind taking what? Can't see. You don't mind taking a trip though? Oh, all right, that's what's up. But you got tickets for June 27th, right? Okay. Justin Jackson said shock, unanimous decision. Ooh-wee, cool boy treatment. Damn. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Stephen Fulton began fried ever since he lost the shock, bro. I don't nobody put any respect on that nigga name no more. I mean, he did that to himself, though, man. He clearly wasn't training. I heard about shit that was going on. Like, Cool Boy just he not disciplined, bro. Like, he got a couple dollars and he lost his hunger. He lost his discipline, to be honest with you. Because I heard about shit that went on. I ain't gonna say who said what, but trust and believe it's motherfuckers that's close to him that be talking. And there was shit that he was doing that he should not have been doing in the lead up to the Naua NUA fight. You know what I mean? Kind of like underestimating NUA, which is crazy. And then, not moving correctly in terms of his weight. And Fulton, he had a point where he want to campaign in weight classes he ain't got no business in because he don't want to go through the process of cutting weight, blowing up into crazy weight ranges that he should have no business being at. Then, boiling down and then having trouble getting the last few pounds off. Yeah, bro, you're eating yourself out of weight classes. And you not no big motherfucker to be walking around that heavy anyway. You just choosing to be a fucking a lazy person. I'm gonna just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like he did that to himself, man. Like I can't feel bad for Cool Boy. So when motherfuckers out here criticizing him and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie, he deserve it. You know what I mean? Like you deserve it, bro. If you cutting corners, you feel like you can do whatever you want, and you know what I mean? You not moving correct. You ain't paying no respect to your opponent based off of how the way you training, bro. It's hard for me to feel bad for you, bro. I feel bad for I don't feel bad for none of these niggas, but if I was to feel bad for anybody, it'll be for the motherfucker who trained his ass off for a fight. You know what I mean? Ain't cut no corners, left no stones unturned, and then ain't end up getting the result that they was looking for. If I'm gonna feel bad for anybody, it's gonna be them. It ain't gonna be the motherfuckers who, you know what I mean, drinking, smoking, partying, you know what I mean, eating whatever the fuck they want to eat, having a whole fat camp, you know what I mean, not working on those skills, and then when he get to the skills, he drained, he overweight. Like, I don't feel bad for them niggas, bro. Like if your situation that chaotic where you moving like that, just cancel the fucking fight. I would rather see a motherfucker cancel a fight and we get a better fight in comparison to motherfuckers jumping in the ring, looking like absolute horseshit, and then just wasting our time for 10 to 12 rounds watching some absolute bullshit going on. If it even go that far. We felt bad for Devin. I felt bad for Devin. At the moment, I didn't because it's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Ryan was just a better man that day. But I did feel bad for Dev when it came out that Ryan was on that shit. You know what I mean? I be feeling bad for all them dudes that fall victim to PED users, bro. All of them. You know what I mean? Marky Dan, what up, bro? I ain't see you in a minute. How you feeling?
Yo, bro, fuck Scooter, bro. That nigga's lame.
Jay said, what did Marvin Hagler say? Why work hard if you got silk sheet? No, he didn't say that. He said it's hard to train. It's hard to work hard, basically, when you waking up in silk pajamas. Basically, like, it's hard for you to get up, stay motivated, and train your ass off when you got everything that you could ever want. Like, if you're living, luxurious. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. Motherfuckers, they come into the game hungry. You know what I mean? They eat, they full, And if you eat enough, bro, you become sluggish. You know what I mean? You don't really want to do too much. You might even fall asleep. Like you're having trouble focusing like that. That happens metaphorically in boxing as well. You know what I mean?
I don't ever want to see Scooter win again at this point. And I'm not even trying to troll. I'm not even trying to be funny. None of that.
You
I
doing
genuinely.
way too much, bro. Marky
I'm just
Dan said,
saying.
I'm blessed, bro. I've been busy with life. Hope you and the Zuma clone been well. We've been doing well, man. I ain't gonna lie. He went to sleep early today. I was real proud of him. But I appreciate you, speaking on me and my son. I appreciate that.
Nigga said slime.
Marky
Until he
Dan
sent
said,
you back.
he talking crazy.
Man, just because they sent you back don't got shit to do with me. I called them on you.
You calling the niggas?
I called them niggas on them.
Damn. But no, man, like I don't really feel bad for them dudes that underprepare and like Jarrell Miller's opponent, he clearly underprepared. Clearly underprepared, bro.
Bro, honestly, he was doing great them first 2 rounds. Then he
Yeah,
just
bro.
went ass, completely ass.
But this is the thing, right? Because Jarrell Miller, he only fight one way, bro. It's not like a motherfucker like Shakur Stevenson, for example, who could fight a few
Multiple
different
different
ways.
ways.
So you got to prepare for each and every one. You know what I mean? Or like Andre Ward or Crawford, whoever. It's not like you gotta, really break down film, watch it, prepare for every. No, Jarrell Miller fight one way. All you gotta worry about is one thing. He
And
come
it's that
forward,
pressure.
he put pressure, and he let his hands go. So what neutralizes that? Outboxing the nigga, picking your shots, boom, and then Jarrell Miller ain't got no defense. He there to be hit. Boom, boom, boom. Get the fuck out of the way. So the fact that this dude Pero didn't condition his legs to move for 12 rounds, he didn't work on punching and moving. Like it looked like he ain't had no game plan. I'm watching this motherfucker, and he just sitting there on the ropes, and he letting Jarrell Miller bomb on him.
Bro, after round three, bro, he was just started picking him apart easily. Real easy.
Yeah, bro. Jay said these big motherfuckers can't keep up with that pace. But, bro, I can't get these heavyweights that type of excuse, man, because I look at heavyweights back in the days, and they was dropping bombs for 12 rounds straight. Like, I remember Vander Holyfield, that nigga was throwing bombs 12 rounds straight, bro.
Any shavers.
Muhammad Ali was boxing 12 rounds straight at a high level. You know what I mean? You even looking at and Jarrell Miller could pace himself that way. So why can't he? These motherfuckers ain't superhumans. And these motherfuckers ain't they ain't got abilities that nobody else. Bro, it's all about how you train. If you train for that type of fight, you will build your body up to the point where you could have that type of. It's all about how you prepare. So he probably thought that he probably was going, hurt Jarrell Miller, knock out Jarrell Miller. You a fool if you think you're gonna knock him out. Like that's a 300-pound man. Like unless you really could punch, like you're
a
not
Dubois.
Jarrell out. I seen Daniel Dubois hit Jarrell Miller with everything he had, and the only reason why he got stopped was because he was tired.
Mm-hmm.
I seen Jarrell Miller had Daniel Dubois panicking. I genuinely feel like if Jarrell Miller was in shape, he would have beat Daniel Dubois that night. The only thing that fucked him over was that Daniel Dubois got a second wind and he didn't. Because he was out of shape. And
Daniel
Jarrell Miller
Dubois went on a crazy run.
Say that again?
That run when he beat Jarrell Miller, that was crazy.
Yeah, he went Herkovich, Jarrell Miller, then he slept AJ. Yeah, he was bugging the fuck out. Daniel Dubois, motherfucker had an episode start going off in this joint.
No bullshit.
He said, "Yeah, I get it, but the heavyweights back in the days was smaller." Pero not that big of a heavyweight though.
At all, he looks mad skinny compared to Jarrell Miller, bro.
Yeah, he not that big. Like
I was like, that nigga look like a cruiserweight.
He was like 6'4.5". Muhammad Ali was like 6'3", 6'4". You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I ain't about to give this man no excuses. He he didn't prepare properly, bro. He really didn't.
And he got drowned.
Yeah, he got drowned. Like, bro, y'all motherfuckers, all this, he a Cuban fighter, all these fucking international fights he done had, and all this experience, you getting drowned in fucking 12-round fights? And you acclimated to 12 rounds. You did multiple 10-round fights. So it's like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
He was dead from the third round. He was dead, bro. He looked dead from the third round.
Yeah, man. He didn't prepare properly. And he got tore the fuck up.
Like,
you fighting Jarrell Miller, bro. Get your fucking legs strong, bro. Move your fucking legs for 12 rounds.
Big Baby got tired towards like the 8th or 9th. But you couldn't tell because he was just on this dude's ass and whooping him. Not even throwing some crazy shit, just tapping him up on the ropes, collecting points.
He said, was Pero even like that? I mean, he was a Cuban fighter. He had a shit ton of experience in the amateurs. He was 13-0. I mean, they was building him up. He had a solid little knockout ratio and stuff like that. Ain't really beat nobody, for real. But, like, all in all, he was solid. You know what I mean? Up and coming. I guess you could say a contender. Because, they be moving them Cubans fast. But I don't know, bro. Like, Anonymous said he wasn't really impressed with dude at all. So but once I seen that Jarrell Miller weighed 305 pounds, I was like, oh, he not playing. Because, Jarrell Miller, when he was out of shape, looking all fucked up and shit like Daniel Dubois, he was 333, bro. He was 333 pounds, bro. That's insane. There's no reason why you should be coming into a fight that heavy. Then when he fought Andy Ruiz, he was about the same weight as he was this fight, around 305. Put on a good fight with Andy Ruiz. I thought he got robbed.
He did get robbed. I was pissed because I'm so tired of seeing that fat bitch get some wins, bro. Like, retire, bro.
Then he fought the Bull Kingsley where his motherfucking man unit fell off and shit. And he was like 317. And he looked like, he barely won. Let's keep it real. He barely won that fight. Like he edged it, but he did edge it.
It was close. It was real close.
I think that Jarrell Miller, his best performances, like one of my favorite performances from him was when he fought Gerald Washington. He beat the shit out of Gerald Washington, bro. That was an ass whooping in the head. And he was he was in the 280s. I think that's a good weight for Jarrell Miller, bro. I think like 280s, 290s. I think he could do some damage. But I see that they trying to build up motherfucking they trying to build up him and Deontay Wilder. I keep hearing them bringing up the names.
I'd like to see that fight.
Like that. Anonymous said Lenier Pero is the really good one though. Lenier has already fell off. Yeah, that's the one that I did a post-fight interview with. I gotta pull up that fight footage, bro. I watched him fight live, and then after he won, I did a in the fight. I did the in the ring interview with Lenier Pero and his coach. Who's that? What the fuck is his name? The dude that was just is his name like Bob? What the fuck is his name?
Was it Bob Santos some shit?
Bob Santos, yep. I did Bob Santos spoke during the interview as well. Yeah. Cool dude. But yeah, I did the interview with Bob Santos and Lenier Pero. He was sharp. He was definitely sharp. But yeah, man, Lenier Pero looked terrible, man. He did. Let's just keep it real.
He looked like dog shit.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, you just wasted you wasted a camp, bro. Like you wasted a whole opportunity. So
just to sit there and get picked apart so easily.
Give that motherfucker exactly what he was looking for, bro. You can't give Jarrell Miller them type of opportunities, bro. But Jordan, shout out to my boy Jordan Sheriff in the building. He said, yo, what's happening? Not surprised Miller got this one. The Cubans never seem to have superior conditioning when they face top competition. I mean, there's some exceptions to the rule, but yeah, like Arizona, no, not Arizona Laura. Fucking Luis Ortiz gassing out with Wilder, Pero in this situation. Dennis Ugas had good conditioning. He just got beat up by Earl. He had good conditioning though. I've seen Gamboa get tired and shit. I ain't gonna lie. But Erislandy Lara always was in tip-top shape, though. Always. He said Mark Mannix with the interview. That's disrespectful. Better not ever call me that again.
Mark Kellerman.
Mark Kellerman? Wow. Disrespectful. He get paid to eat dick now, so crazy disrespectful. But yeah, like I was saying though, it seems like they trying to build up this Jarrell Miller versus Deontay Wilder fight. You know what I mean? Me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight at all because they've been beefing for years, bro. Like years. They actually got history. They used to spar each other. There was like this rumor that Wilder knocked him out in sparring and stuff like that.
I believe that shit.
Jarrell Miller said that's not what happened. He said that he was dehydrated after the sparring, so he went and he got an IV. Whatever the case is, we could believe whatever we want to believe, but that was like a back and forth that they had. Then Jarrell Miller said he was fucking Wilder's bitch and said that the nigga
I believe that too.
Nigga said he was pussy whipped, and I don't know, bro. It was a lot. It's a lot of personal shit going back and forth between them. I think Deontay Wilder said something similar about Jarrell Miller though. That he said that. So somebody fucked somebody bitch. Somebody fucked somebody bitch. But Wilder said that he fucked somebody that Jarrell Miller was with. Jarrell Miller said the same thing. I don't know. I really don't know.
Who
I
you think
really
would win
don't care.
that fight?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think Jarrell Miller will beat him right now.
If he catch Miller with one of them Jones, bro.
Not this new right hand though, bro. This new right hand not gonna move Jarrell Miller, bro. It ain't. It really
Bro,
ain't.
I mean, I know it's Derek Chisora, but he had that nigga doing the salsa, my nigga.
But come on, man. Like Jarrell Miller, but Chisora ain't go nowhere, bro. Like the old Wilder, when he dropped the right hand on the nigga, they ain't wake up until niggas left the arena. Like, you don't see that shit no more, bro. Like Wilder, I don't know what it is. Like he ain't got the same. He don't turn his punches over how he used to. His balance ain't what it used to be. Like he don't punch through how he used to. Like he just, it's like it's a solid shot now, but it's not as devastating as it used to be. So if we're talking about, 2017 Wilder where he was knocking shit smooth out, yeah, he would have knocked Jarrell Miller out. You know what I mean? But he don't believe in his right hand how he used to. He don't get that same punching power on that right hand like he used to for whatever reason. It's like his right hand just disappeared.
Shit gone bush.
So one of the bets says his power been gone since the Parker fight. That's when I first noticed it. I'm like, bro, where the fuck is this nigga's right hand at? Because before that, he put the bull Hellenius to sleep. Right, hit him with one punch, put him to sleep. Oh, we were like, oh shit, Wilder back. Went in there with Joseph Parker and looked like dog shit. Couldn't land no punches. You know what I mean? He hit Julie Zhang with some shit. Julie Zhang looked at him like, that's it? He was like, that's it? I was like, and just went on to knock Wilder out. Like, I don't know if he could hurt Jarrell Miller right now. And if they fight, and it's not like Deontay Wilder got legs, is he really going to avoid Jarrell Miller? No, Jarrell Miller going doggy. Jarrell Miller going doggy, man. And then Wilder don't respond to punches how he used to. Before, he could take a good shot.
Hey, he took a good shot from fucking Chisora, though. I thought that was going to put him out. That overhand, bro, I thought that was clips.
Chisora was out of shape, bro. What weight he came in at? He came in his career highest weight. Like, man, Chisora ain't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? He probably didn't even have everything behind that punch because he was fatigued and all that. Them niggas look tired from the middle rounds on. Like, this shit trash, bro. But Jarrell Miller's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? He's with Matchroom. So if he fights on Boots undercard with Xander Zayas, don't be surprised. Him versus Deontay Wilder in New York would be lit too, but I think that'll be his own event. And I think Jarrell Miller will beat Wilder right now. That's just me. We talking about prime for prime, though. Wilder would have starched him. Right now, Miller going to outwork him. I don't know if he stops Wilder because, like Miller puts a lot of pressure. He lets his hands go. But the reason why he let his hands go like he does is because he ain't got that one punch knockout power. So
He's an
he probably,
accumulative puncher.
yeah, right. So he could break Wilder down, but he's gonna have to hit him a whole lot to do so. But regardless, I think Jarrell Miller will beat Wilder right now. Jordan Sher said Lara has shown a good engine in a lot of his fights at 54. For example, versus Paul Williams, although he started the fade versus Canelo and Hurd. Yeah, it was because Canelo's body attack, man. If you watch that fight, Canelo was cracking Lara to the body, bro. Like them body shots was brutal. And then with Jarrell Hurd, bro, his when he was on bullshit at 54, bro, his pressure was insane. So I get it. I feel like anybody gas against Jarrell Hurd in his prime and shit, because he was just non-stop, bro. Motherfucker was like Frankenstein. But another good fight where Lara showed great conditioning was the Alfred Angulo fight. A lot of people don't talk about that. That was such a good fight, bro. That was such a good fight. It ended crazy too. It was like a crazy ass ending, but it's a good ass fight. Yep. It's a fact. It was a long time ago too, man. That shit was like that shit had to be well over 10 years ago. And that shit went into the later rounds, and Lara ended up stopping him. Jay say, you think he could do a 2-month turnaround and fight Wilder? I don't look. If he comes back in 2 months, it definitely won't be against Wilder. He'll probably fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Probably like another heavyweight. Like, I don't know, to be honest. I would have to look through like a list of heavyweights and stuff like that. But he said that he'll fight. He said he'll fight the brother too. He said, I beat Lenier. He said, I'll fight Lenier next. He said he'll whoop the other brother. So we'll see. I think that's a bit of a tougher task, but
I'm about to get up out of here, my boy.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you.
All right, brother.
Lorenzo said Angulo had got cut. I think he had a broken orbital. He had a broken orbital, and I think from Lara punching him, I think he just walked away. Like, he was like, man, I'm done. Like, his eye was fucked up. But Angulo had that hematoma. Okay, it was a hematoma though. I thought he had broken his orbital bone or something. But yeah, man. So that's basically all I really had to say about that. We got any last questions before we get up out of here? That fight was like 2014. I wouldn't be surprised if it was before that. That shit was like, I was like fresh in high school. Like, I remember watching that fight. I was a young boy. I had to be like 15. I had to be like 15 when they fought. Janara Hill, shout out to my boy Janara Hill in the building. He said, Mazuma, did you see Oshaki say he will willingly move to 140 to fight Shakur after the Raymond Ford fight if Shakur don't come back down to 135? I did see that. And I believe Oshaki, man. I think that, to be honest with you, I think that fight with Shakur is personal for him. And, he'll do whatever to get that fade. You know what I mean? I think he believes in his abilities. He said that he's had success in sparring, and that may be the reason why he ultimately has confidence in his abilities to defeat Shakur Stevenson. That just goes to show that he's hungry to make that fight happen. And he's putting that out there in case Shakur Stevenson tries to use another avenue to not fight Oshagi. So, for instance, if he goes ahead and he beats Raymond Ford like he says he is, and he's like, yo, you said if I beat Ray that you'll give me an opportunity. I beat Ray, so what's up? And then, Shakur could backtrack and be like, oh, well, I'm at 140 now. I ain't going back down to 35. Oshaki already put that out there, so he can't avoid it. He's like, all right, well, I'll go to 140 to fight you. So what's up? So it's gonna put Shakur in a tough situation, man. That's why you can't be young boy motherfuckers are sending motherfuckers out on dummy missions because, you know what I mean? If that quote unquote dummy get fucked over, now you got to step up to the plate. Should have just kept your mouth shut and be like, yo, I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about the big fish, the bigger fish that's in boxing. I ain't worried about you. You need to work your way up. Still would have sound corny, but that would have been more. That would have been more, in my opinion, justifiable than, giving motherfuckers an obstacle, and then when they overcome the obstacle, now you ain't got no choice but to get that man the opportunity. You feel me? Was a big Lara, Gamboa, and Rigondeaux fan back in them times. I was a huge Guillermo Rigondeaux fan. I always appreciated Erislandy De Lara, but I wasn't like the biggest fan. Gamboa, I didn't really like Gamboa had, athleticism. He was quick. He had power. I liked Gamboa, but I didn't like he was always off balance. Can I pay attention to the little technical shit, right? It always seemed to be off balance. Chin was always in the air, always getting knocked down. Hands always at his side. Gamboa had a lot of flaws. And I didn't really take to him too much when he was like in his prime and stuff like that. But he was a phenomenal talent. Guillermo Rigondeaux, that was my fucking guy, bro. Like when I ain't gonna lie, when I heard he was moving up 2 weight classes to fight Loma, bro, I already knew what was going to happen. I knew he was undersized for the weight. 122, when he was at 122, he was making that weight so motherfucking easy. I was like, bro, he can make 118. He's just a small guy. You feel me? And I think after he lost to Loma, he went back down to 118 and he ended up dropping down to 118 and getting a world title down there. So, Guillermo Rigondeaux just a smaller guy, man. He got outmatched, and I think that overshadows a lot of the good shit that he's done in boxing. One of the most skilled fighters that I've ever seen in the sport of boxing, all time. I don't care what nobody says. When you look back and you see Guillermo Rigondeaux, he had it all, man. He had punching power, he had accuracy, he had phenomenal footwork. You know what I'm saying? Defense, counters, timing. Like this dude, Guillermo, was the full fucking package, man. I would have loved to have seen Guillermo Rigondeaux if you put him in a 147 frame, what he would have been doing to niggas, man. I'm saying like prime Guillermo Rigondeaux, there ain't many motherfuckers in boxing today who is as skilled as him. Today, like right now, yeah, like everybody else say skill, Shakur and Devin Haney. I don't think any of them fucking with Guillermo from a skill point aspect. I'm sorry, like I don't believe it. I don't believe it, bro. I'm talking about in his prime. I seen that motherfucker do shit. I see that motherfucker do shit that I've never seen done in the ring until he did it. I seen this shit. I remember he snapped like 3 niggas' jaws back to back to back, like in 3 consecutive fights. One punch, boom, breaking their jaw. They had to stop the fight. Bro, so many niggas. Yo, Lorenzo, so many motherfuckers ducked Guillermo Rigondeaux. Leo Santa Cruz was one of them. Scott Quigg was one of them. Carl Frampton was one of them. Abner Mares was one of them. Bro, they ain't want no fucking gas with Guillermo Rigondeaux, bro. And they did whatever they could, bro. They was trying to get him knocked off by prime Nonito Donaire. I remember, the Filipino Flash. He the next Manny Pacquiao. And I love motherfucking Nonito Donaire. I got a lot of respect for him. I had his wife on my channel before. Good people, good person, man. Like, if you don't like Nonito Donaire, you a fucked up person. He's just one of them type people, bro. I remember they was gassing him up to be this next big thing, and he was a big 122. He'll blow up to 140 after weighing at 122, from what I heard. And man, Guillermo Rigondeaux, they was trying to get him beat so bad, and when he fucked up them whole plans, bro, he absolutely fried Nonito Donaire. Fried. He one of my favorite performances from Guillermo, for real. And I remember I was watching that shit. At one point in time. I had went on my step pop to get a haircut with his homie and shit. If he was watching that shit at his house, bro, Guillermo was putting belt on this nigga, bro. Putting belt. Bro, I remember this motherfucker Guillermo Rigondeaux was world champion, right? He was world champion. And literally, niggas in his own sanctioning body didn't want to fight him. You know what they did, bro? You know what they did? They literally stripped the nigga due to inactivity, made it put him champion in recess. I think Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg fought each other for the belt, right? They fought each other for the Guillermo Rigondeaux's 100 and, let's say it was the WBO 122-pound title, right? They fought for that belt. I think Carl Frampton beat Scott Quigg. Guess what? As soon as he won that belt, they moved up in weight. And Guillermo went, I believe he went back and got the vacant belt. Like these niggas was pussy, bro. Pussy. Do I think he would have beat Inoue in his prime? Yeah, he would have beat Inoue. Inoue would have had a tough time, bro, fucking with Guillermo Rigondeaux. The speed, the counters, you know what I'm saying? You thinking, y'all see all them fucking left hands Inoue began to drop with by regular motherfuckers? That straight left hand would have hit Inoue down, straight down the pipe, bro. Now, that would have been a great fight, though. That would have been a great fight. But, like, Guillermo, bro, would have hit him with one of them straight left hands. Don't dare drop Rigondeaux, too. He did. And then Rigo got up and proceeded to fry the shit out of Nonito like nothing happened. I'm trying to tell you, Guillermo, one of the most, and it was, bro, the nigga was so good, they would blackball him, bro. Like, they didn't want him anywhere near any of these motherfuckers, man. Go watch some Guillermo Rigondeaux highlights if y'all get the chance. Just watch the highlights. You ain't even gotta watch the real fight. Go watch how the way he did niggas, bro. He will make motherfuckers look like they ain't had no business being in there with him. Rigo got a fight next week in Miami. That's crazy that he's still rumbling. Guillermo gotta be in his late 40s now. He gotta be like 46 years old. He up there. Let me see how old is Guillermo? Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo is, well, he's been inactive. He ain't fighting since 2024. He's doing an 8-rounder in Miami. Okay. Whose event is it? Ronald Johnson, American Dream Productions. Okay. What's his age? Let me find out what his age is, man. He's 45. He's going to be 46 this year, just like I said. Crazy. And they say Yuriorkis Gamboa is him and Yuriorkis Gamboa co-headlining on May 2nd. That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to them Cubans, man. I remember when this nigga Guillermo fought a boy named Tion Kennedy, bro. Bro, he beat the shit out of this nigga, bro. I remember when he fought this Japanese dude. The Japanese dude dropped him. Bang, dropped him. He got up, bro. This nigga Guillermo got up, snapped this nigga jaw, bro. This nigga whole face was on fucking dubs. I ain't never seen no shit like that. That shit look like a cartoon. And they took a picture after the joint. This nigga whole. Let me see if I can find that. Bro, look how the way he broke his jaw, bro. Yo, that shit look like some cartoon shit. Look what he did. The boy name is Amagasa. Bro, look at this shit, bro. Look at these pictures. Mind you, he dropped Rigo. He caught Rigo with some sneaky shit. Bro, look at that, bro. That shit like a broken orbital. It looked like a broken orbital and a broken jaw. Look like he kind of got a hematoma too. That's the crazy part. But I ain't never see the cheek part of somebody's face swell up like that. Ooh-wee. Rigo used to do niggas dirty, bro. They ain't want to fight him because it wasn't like because Guillermo had the boxing ability, but he was so sharp with his punches that he could really get you out of there with one jaw and really do some shit to you, like really injure you. Jaw break, you know what I mean? Hematomas, orbitals, broken nose, whatever. So it was like, bro, it was not only can he outskill you, but it was a high probability he also was going to knock you the fuck out. Like Guillermo, if he would have had better like people behind him, I think that's what fucked Rigo over too. I think it was his representation. To be honest, he wasn't moved correctly. I think he, I feel like he didn't have the right people behind him. I'm gonna keep it real. But I think that if he had better representation, he'd be the greatest Cuban boxer of all time. Like in the professionals, not the amateurs, the professionals. But even then in the amateurs, he was a 2-time gold medalist. El Chacao was an assassin. That's a fact. Anyone remember when he stopped Jazza Dickens? I think, yeah. Then Jazza Dickens ended up becoming world champion recently, though. I think he just lost that, John, but that was a while ago, I think. Wait, Jazza. Wait, I got the names confused. Okay, yeah. Dickens retired having sustained a broken jaw. Yeah, that's what he did, bro. That's literally what he did. He used to do. He used to put niggas, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I remember that shit. They did not want to fight Rigo, bro, because it wasn't like you was gonna make much money off of me. Then you had to worry about this nigga's skill set, and you see that he putting shit out with one punch. So it's like, bro, I'm cool. He can embarrass me, and he could spark me, and I'm not gonna get paid much. I'm cool. But anyways, man, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through and show love as always. If y'all can go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark, looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Yes, Tricks, I did see that Alan Chavez KO against Miguel Madueño. That was a devastating knockout. Definitely one of the KOs of the year. I mean, it might be mentioned in the Mazuma TV Awards later on this year, man. You never know. But shout out to Alan Chavez, 5'6" southpaw from out Argentina. They said that's Diego Chavez nephew, 25 years old, just signed with Matchroom. He definitely put himself on the radar with that one. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the future because he's moving up that contenders list in the WBO at 135 pounds. So we'll see. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. Shout out to the nation and the mob. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.